of Management Studies IGNOU presents an audiobook on the course Mmpc 015 Research Methodology for Management Decisions for MBA program. Presenting Block 4 Report Writing and Presentation, Unit 11 Ethics in Research.
Objectives. After reading this unit, you should be able to 1. Understand research ethics and the principle of research ethics. Introduction. Ethics are the standards or the norms of behavior which guide the moral choices about relationships and behavior concerning others. Ethics in research aims to ensure that nobody is suffering or harmed from the research activity and its consequences. Nevertheless, unethical activities are everywhere, including non-disclosure agreement violations, participating member confidentiality misconduct, misinterpreting results, misleading people, invoicing irregularities to prevent legal liability, etc. Surveys continually reveal that financial organizations recognize ethics as a problem. Responsible research anticipates ethical difficulties and attempts to modify the configuration, procedures, and guidelines during the planning process rather than after the fact. Integrity from the researcher, project manager, and research sponsor is needed for ethics in research. Research ethics control the codes of behavior for research scientists. It acts as a reference for conducting research responsibly. Human subjects or contributors are involved in the study, raising unique and multidimensional ethical, legal, communal, and managerial concerns. Ethical considerations are unambiguously involved in investigating ethical issues arising when individuals participate in a study. The Research Ethics Committee or the Institutional Review Board (IRB) determines whether the researcher won by researcher is unique and free from plagiarism. Principles of research ethics. The principles of research ethics are: A. Honesty is termed to be being truthful with recipients and participants and honest about the study results and research methods. Being truthful with the other stakeholders both directly and indirectly. B. Integrity. This means assuring sincerity and truthfulness and keeping promises and agreements. Make no broken promises or raise unrealistic hopes. C. Objectivity. Attempting to avoid bias in experimental design, data analysis, interpretation of data, critical analysis, and other data analysis aspect. D. Informed consent. Informed consent happens when a person is permitted to participate in a study intentionally, voluntarily, and sensibly. Informed consent is linked to the individual's personal, independent right to participate in research, trying to inform the participant about the study objectives, their involvement, potential advantages, etc. E. Beneficence refers to maximizing the respondent's benefits, a morally acceptable obligation to maximize potential benefits and minimize possible harm to participants. F. Protecting the subjects. This means minimizing the research's risk or harm. Privacy and autonomy needs to be maintained. G. Responsible publication. The publications need to be responsible ones where there will be no duplications or plagiarism. The submitted research should not be presented or published earlier anywhere. H. Confidentiality. Keeping confidential information and personal records protected. It contains information such as 1. The research's initiation and goal. 2. The discussion's goal. 3. The research procedure. 4. The research's expected benefits and drawbacks. 5. Utilization of studies. 6. Their function in investigation. 7. The ability to refuse or withdraw. 8. Methods that will be used to protect the user's anonymity and privacy. I. Non-discrimination. Avoid discrimination based on age, caste, gender, religion, race, or ethnicity. Everyone should be treated as equal and there should not be human rights violations. J. Openness. The researchers should be open to getting feedback, comments, or suggestion. K. Carefulness and respect for intellectual property. Be cautious of potential errors and biases. Give credit to others' intellectual property. When referring to someone else's article or writing, always paraphrase. Don't ever plagiarize. L. Justice. This refers to equality among all the respondents and participants. No respondents should be given partiality for providing the response. Everyone should be treated equally. Advantages of research ethics. 1. The goals of the research are encouraged by research ethics. 2. It builds trust between both the researcher and the respondent. 3. To safeguard study participants' dignity, rights, and well-being, it is critical to follow ethical principles. 4. For their behavior, scientists can be made responsible and answerable. 5. Ethics encourage the development of social and moral values. 6. Promote study objectives such as the ability to comprehend, integrity, and error avoidance. 7. Ethical benchmarks uphold values essential to collaborative work such as belief, accountability, mutually respectful, and objectivity. Limitations of the research ethics. A. Psychological risks. The questionnaire given to the respondents should create a change in the behavior of the participants. B. Social, legal, and economic risks. For example, respondents may face decision and stigma if personal information gathered during research is accidentally released. C. Certain ethnic or indigenous groups may experience discrimination or stigma due to research, especially if members of those groups are identified as having a higher than usual risk of catching a specific disease. Steps involved in ethics. A. Collect facts and explain intellectual property freely. B. Outline the moral considerations. C. Ascertain who is affected. D. Establish the 4 features. E. Recognize your obligations. F. Consider your style and honesty. G. Constantly innovate about possible actions. H. Confidentiality and privacy must be respected. I. Determine the most appropriate ethical action and be prepared to deal with opposing viewpoints. What are research misconducts? A. Fabrication. This refers to creating a fake data for getting the adequate results. The data collected should be from genuine sources and the respondents should have agreed to provide the responses. B. Falsification. This means the researcher should create false research according to his or her wish. The research needs to create some impact on the society. C. Plagiarism. It refers to copying the text or pictures from some articles which are already published and have copyright. It should be avoided as this may lead to legal issues for the researcher. The researcher may rephrase the texts and give reference to the article. Summary. This unit provided detailed information regarding research ethics and the principles involved in research ethics. The researcher should follow the research ethics so that their research should be unique. The researcher needs to see that it should be free from plagiarism and that the idea is not copied. Proper citations and references must be added whenever necessary in the research manuscript.
You were listening to the audiobook by the School of Management Studies IGNOU for MBA program. Course code Mmpc 015 Research Methodology for Management Decisions. Course Coordinator Dr. Venkataya Chittipaka, Associate Professor from School of Management Studies, IGNOU. Voiceover by Renuka. Edited by Savita. Program assisted by Tarannum Jahan and Jagbandhu Jana. Program produced by Dr. Manoj Kumar Singh. This program was brought to you by Electronic Media Production Center of Indira Gandhi National Open University.